Freedom can mean many things to many people, but the real meaning of from the web is that the power or right to act, speak, or think as one wants without hindrance or restraint. In short context, freedom should apply to everyone. In history, we see freedom get mixed up and used to apply to only certain people. Even now, many people still fight for freedom and equality among everyone, no matter who you are. I feel freedom is something we take for granted. The people that sometimes take away our freedom are judges in the court. Even though this can't seem true, and sometimes people won't believe it is true. Judges often don't look back at our rights as citizens before making a decision. Many people also get responsibility and freedom mixed up sometimes. Many times, responsibility and freedom can go hand in hand with each other. For an example, if your parents don't think you're responsible enough to do schoolwork or come back on time to going somewhere, they'll limit that freedom you have to go places. Freedom is important because it allows people to feel like they belong in a society and can actually do what they want and not have something always telling them they can't or cannot do this. Just like back then, many people were discriminated and had their freedom replaced with restrictions on what they can and cannot do in society. They were downgraded in the society and took years for things to change because someone fought for their freedom. Even though we still deal with it today, we still have more freedom than we did before. If we didn't have people still fighting for our freedom, we would still be in a society that discriminated and downgraded people. Back then, we discriminated which kind of stores you can go into and where you can eat. Now we don't do that anymore. And more people now feel that they actually have a sense of freedom now. In some places, they still discriminate people by their skin or what kind of gender you are. Even in some countries, many of the women are still discriminated today, but that often does not happen here, which is a good thing. Many people view women as housewives and nothing more. Today, that has changed, and people view them differently in a good way. Many people had to fight for freedom. I wish that never had happened, and people didn't have to fight for something they already had to start with. Even in today, we still have that freedom that we should have already had in the beginning, and we shouldn't have to fight for something that we already were born with. In the end, freedom is a mix of things that will be stolen and then given back to us. All we can do is hope that eventually freedom will never change for the better good.